but they wound up dropping last week's game to Southern Durham 41-3. However, the Vikings won its conference opener when they knocked off nearby rival J.F. Webb 26-6. For Orange, it was a battle of attrition in the victory on Monday night against Northwood. Orange wound up winning that one 19-3, and in that contest, Orange had 19 first downs, which is by far and away a season high. The previous high was 13 first downs against Western Guilford. That took its toll somewhat on the Orange offensive line. At one point in the game, left tackle Cody Danielson was forced to leave because of a gimpy ankle, but Danielson is back at it tonight. On the other end of the field for Northern Vance, their quarterback Elijah Stewart was knocked out of last week's game at the beginning of the fourth quarter against Southern Durham because of a hip pointer. But second-year head coach Corey Lee says that Elijah Stewart will be back in the lineup tonight, and it's certainly a good thing for Northern Vance that that's the case, not only because he's the starting quarterback, but also because he's really the heart and soul of the offense as Orange runs through the banner set up by the Panther cheerleaders. And frankly, the Northern Vance band by itself probably doubles the crowd here tonight. A lot of folks not opting to make the trek out to Henderson this evening, anticipating rain for later on tonight. There is a 50% chance of rain before this evening ends, as we have lows tonight in the low 60s as the fall chill is starting to make its way into the area as we get closer and closer to the fall. Orange will kick off to the Vikings here. These two teams have met off and on ever since the mid-'80s, but tonight will be their final game as conference rivals for quite some time. Northern Vance will move down to 2A. Of course, Orange will stay in the 3A Big 8 conference next season. Francisco McKinley will kick off to the Vikings. Francisco this season has 6 touchbacks, and back deep to its second kickoff will be number 11 for Northern Vance, Ryan Bullock. Also back is number 20, Jonathan Simmons, who is a backup running back. A very young Northern Vance team that won 5 games last season, including the season finale at Cedar Ridge, taking on Orange here tonight on a special Thursday night game here on HillsboroSports.com. Orange in their road white uniforms with orange numerals. McKinley kicks it away, and it goes straight into the Northern Vance sideline and out of bounds. And now Coach Corey Lee will have a chance to decide if he wants to accept the ball at his own 35-yard line or make Francisco re-kick the ball. Northern Vance coming out after only putting up a touchdown last week, or a field goal rather, last week against Southern Durham. Northern Vance will accept the ball at its own 35 to begin the game. They usually operate out of a spread setup with Elijah Stewart as the quarterback. The running back to start the game will be Jonathan Simmons. Jameel Johnson is the backup quarterback. He's also the starting tailback. With a tight end on the left side, that's DeAndre Palmer. And now, setting up to get a new play, Stewart from former Riverside offensive coordinator and current head coach Corey Lee is going to throw a swing pass to the near side. It's caught by Keon Fogg, and he is belted from the side by Peyton Wilson. After crossing the 35, he gets over to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 3. Call it a gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down and 6. Northern Vance has not defeated Orange since 1990 when they were in the Pac-6 conference together. On second down and 6, the handoff going to the left. It's Simmons going around in, and he pops right into the arms of Kashawn Thompson. Also getting over there, once again, was Peyton Wilson. But number 20, Simmons, fights ahead to the 43 as, once again, as we so often see here in high school football, a team going without a huddle. That's the case with Northern Vance right now. Gain of 4 for Simmons. So it will be third down and 2 from the 43 of Northern Vance, and we have a whistle from the side judge. Northern Vance lining up Elijah Stewart as the quarterback. Lots of juniors on this team and some sophomores along the offensive line as well. Jonathan Simmons, a senior running back. We see DeAndre Palmer out there as the tight end. The wideouts are Keon Fogg and Jawad Boyd. We'll also see Kyrie Ford playing off and on tonight. The tackles will be Shondarius Thorpe and Jermaine Hargrove. The guards, Jalen Baskerville and Dylan Robertson. The center is sophomore Hunter Pruitt. Officials straighten things out. It'll be third down and 2. Vance going left to right here. Out of a pistol setup, and we have movement from the right tackle position. Jermaine Hargrave wound up getting a head start. And at a point in the game where Northern Vance needs to take momentum, they're going to back up 5 yards for a false start. Vikings defeated Orange, and Shane Thompson, actually, who was by my right, remembers this game. It was a late 2-point conversion back in 1990 that cost Orange that game, even though Jeff Bartlett and Marcus Mansfield had interceptions in that game. Scott Satterfield was the quarterback for Orange, and he's now, of course, the head coach at Appalachian State. 3rd down and 7. Ball back at the 32, drifting back. Stewart going to gun it deep down the near sideline for Fogg, and it's dropped. He had it right in his hands. He had beaten the coverage supplied by Alex Long, but it slipped right through his hands on a pretty well-thrown ball that time by Stewart. Orange dodged a bullet. Key 3 and out by the Orange defense, but a breakdown in the secondary, something you don't often see. So 4th down. And the Orange defense mounts another 3 and out, continuing what is a remarkable streak. Now 65% of opponents' possessions end with either a 3 and out or a turnover before a first down for the Orange defense. Brooks Faulkner is the punter. He stands back inside his 24 and sends away a wobbly kick that will get over the 40-yard line and actually bounce out of bounds right at the 40. So the punt, and we have a flag down back of the line of scrimmage. 2 separate flags are down. Looks like it'll be a false start here against Northern Vance. It will be. So Pat Moser, in his 8th season here at Orange, has a decision to make. He can decline that or make Faulkner re-kick. Faulkner is among the better punters in the Big 8. Looks like Orange is going to accept the penalty from the spot where the ball went out of bounds. Faulkner, a fine punter, but he only got a 22-yarder off there, and Orange is going to get 5 more yards on the false start. And it'll be 1st down and 10. The Orange offense on the field with Jackson Schmid at quarterback, who is 29 of 66 this season. He threw for his 7th touchdown the other night in the victory over Northwood. Ball at the 40-yard line. Penalty was declined, and the handoff goes up the middle. And this is Ryan Puckett churning up ahead past the 40, and he is down at the 44. Puckett picks up, we'll call it 4 on the play. You'll see Ryan Puckett tonight at running back with Peyton Wilson and Marvante Beasley. Wideouts, Kendall Whitted and Cody Evans, who has a 2-game touchdown streak going. The tackles, Cody Danielson and Shea Hoffman. The guards, Josh Smith-Breeden and Darrell Edwards. And the center is Blake Taylor. And 2nd and 6 from the Orange 44. Schmid taking a long time to get behind center. He'll step back to throw. 7-step drop, looking Whitted's way. He's going to gun it down the field for Kendall, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by Brian Jordan at the 25, and down he goes at the 27, and a flag is down. And Orange continues to turn the ball over. So Brian Jordan comes up with a pick, and it looked like that somebody grabbed Jordan's face mask right after he put that ball in his hands. We'll see if this is going to be a face mask. Ball was down at the 27. Personal foul is called against Orange for the face mask. And so, on only its 2nd possession, Orange turns the ball over, and you can tell that Coach Pat Moser wants to be a little more liberal as the season goes on here, but unfortunately, Orange just can't get rid of its turnover woes offensively. They are now -5, giveaway, takeaway. And the Orange defense pressed back in the duty, yielding only 98 yards per game total offense. Stewart comes out with a pistol with 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. You have Boyd. Inside of him, it will be Palmer. Inside of him, it's Fogg. 1 wide out to the far side. Now Stewart running the option, tripped up to the near side, sends it along to Simmons, and he is wrestled out of bounds past the 45. And he flipped it over to the 47 as he tumbled into the Vance sideline. Knocking him out of bounds was Rodney Brooks, the strong safety for the Panthers. Simmons winds up with 5 out of that. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Northern Vance was taken out of the game almost immediately last week by Southern Durham. The Spartans scored touchdowns on its first 4 possessions. Stewart's going to gun long down the field, and this pass is broken up. Really, it was more defense being played by Kyrie Ford to the far end of the field because Kashawn Thompson had a bead on him, and he was ready to pick that one off. Fine coverage by Kashawn to the far end, and it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Northern Vance did have several sustained drives against Southern Durham last week, but they also fumbled to open up the third quarter to kill a 12-play drive. Now here's the toss. Swimmons will run to the right side looking for the first down. Piles over the 50. It's going to be close. Needed to get to the 48, and it looks like from that mark he'll be just a tad short. Good coverage put down by Stone Edwards running on that left defensive end position. Eli Haycock ran in from a strong safety and also kept Simmons, it appears, from moving the chains. Referee's taking a good long look at it here, and they're going to blow the clock dead for a measurement. With 9:05.3 seconds remaining, I'm happy to say. They have all those numbers. Looks like looking at one of those old international scoreboards at the Olympics here tonight at Northern Vance. 9:05.3. That's what it says. And we are scoreless here after Orange turned the ball over on its second play from scrimmage. Jeff Hamlin with Shane Thomas.